Bum, bum, bum. Uh, welcome to the Blazethelion Podcast. I'm your host, Blaze, aka that dude, man. Tonight we have a special guest. But before I bring him on, I encourage you, if you're watching this right now live on Facebook or on YouTube, do me a favor, like, love, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a damn friend. That's how you made the world go around, right? I appreciate everybody tuning in. I know more of you will tune in as we go along. Straight like that. So there's been a song that's been on my mind all day. A song that's been on my mind all day. And I figure I'd play it for you guys. Just so you could vibe with me. Yes. All right. Here's a song. The song is by Pop the Ripper. And the title of the song is called Dear Daddy. To all my dads out there, I feel like we don't represent the fathers nearly enough, right? So hope you all enjoy. Oh, y'all can't hear?
Can't hear it. I thought the audio was gonna eventually come in.
I mean this when I look.
There we go.
But what about daddy?
Now y'all can hear it?
But what about daddy?
My bad for that.
Daddy. But what about daddy? Daddy. What about daddy? They always talk about mamas, but what about daddy? The leader, protector, the rock of the family. One woman, one man, then the children. God's plan. A lot of daddies get a real bad hand, then they paint it as the bad guy, especially the black man. Never met a daddy that didn't love his seed, but I have met people that want to see him bleed. Section 8 came to infiltrate the home, so if you want a roof, leave daddy alone. Separation leads to frustration. Now you got a household full of confrontation. Mama need daddy, son need daddy, daughter need daddy. Yeah. What about daddy? Come on. Well, let's ask the court, they say child support. Cause daddy's only value is a check on the force. We way off course, now our children so confused. Can't figure out what they was born to do, what they was even born as. Our boys wore dresses, our girls sagging their pants. They wanna sell drugs, be thugs instead of doctors. Rather tow tools and run from helicopters. This was the plan and the plot all along. So don't expect radio to play this song, dear daddy. You are appreciated, dear daddy. You are appreciated, dear daddy. You are appreciated, dear daddy. You are appreciated.
Boom. So That song just been vibing with me all day, so I figured I would share. You dig? So,
Shout out to
enough
all the big fathers out there.
anticipation. Yes, yes. Shout out to all the dads, man. Representing y'all for sure. So I built up the anticipation for tonight's guest. Tonight's guest is definitely a business owner, definitely a world changer, an entrepreneur. He is a concert promoter, party promoter, not just locally, y'all, nationwide. I'm going to actually say probably even worldwide. All right, making moves. He's been featured, editing so many pieces on different TV shows, news channels, VH1, MTV. He's worked alongside some of your favorite artists. Think about some of your favorite artists right now in the R&B game, in the hip hop game. He's worked with them. None other than the one and only king right here, Mr. FloWay. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the intro, man. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it, man.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I gave my little intro about you. So for those who really have no clue who you are, just shine a little bit of light on yourself.
I go by the name of FloWay. I've been an entrepreneur for 14 years. I work in the entertainment industry. I started out doing parties when I was a teenager in the Bronx, New York. And then I pretty much started getting my foot into the concert world. I got a lot of experience working at the Paradise Theater. It was a concert venue in the Bronx. Working under my family, my cousin, he was my mentor as well. And we did a lot of concerts and shows there, and pretty much just continue to educate myself on what I wanted to do. And now I'm here 14 years later, and I can say that I've had my shares of ups and downs in the business, but I've been definitely more wins than losses. You know what I mean?
Yes, 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 indeed, indeed. And that's what it's about, man. Life will bring you some losses. You're gonna take some L's at some point.
Definitely.
At some point. I always tell people, like right now, if you're shining, be prepared not to be the bearer of bad news or anything, but it's just part of life. Like there are gonna be some downs, there's gonna be some of these valleys, some of these dark corners. But it's how you rise above it. It's what you learn in the midst of all of that, and you're able to pivot, you're able to share with others. And experience, they say experience is the best teacher.
Mm-hmm. And those things, it help you appreciate success more. Whatever your version of success is, whatever you accomplish, whatever you want to accomplish. When you finally accomplish it, and you go through those trials and tribulations, and you fall maybe once, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and you get up to that 11th time, that could be that moment for you. You know what I mean? So no matter how many times you may fall, we gotta always get back up and learn from that experience and stay in the race. That's what it's all about.
Yes, yes. Definitely, 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 man. So let's start, man. Let's go into a little bit of your history. What brought you to this business? What brought you to this entertainment industry? Because it's people see it from afar, but being in it, it's sometimes it's not exactly what people imagine it is. It's not an easy industry.
Not at all. Not at all. You're stepping into an industry where where it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of dedication. It's a lot of people that want to do the same thing you want to do. And a lot of people, a lot of folks get into this for not the right reasons and different things like that. So it's one of the biggest cutthroat industries that there is. Just to be 100 with you, I've always had this. I think that this shows me. I don't think I chose this for my life. I think that this is something that God aligned me with, and passion to be involved in, because just as a kid, I always was into music. I always was into performing arts. I always was into, comedy. Anything live, I always wanted to see. I just remember as being a kid, there's always, being downtown with my folks and always wanting to go into those theaters and see those plays. That was my interest. And just growing up in school, like I never was really into sports too much. I was always into the music and the entertainment side of things. And as a kid, I would perform in the living room and, for my family members and stuff like that. They'd be like, come sing that song, and things like that. And I may tell you the song later on. I'm not going to tell you the song just yet. Maybe you get out of me with a little more Bel Air. Maybe you get it out of me. But I used to sing in the living room for my folks and stuff like that. And I just loved the way that used to make me feel. And I used to, lay down at night and fall asleep just kind of thinking about being on stages and different things like that. So it was always a passion for me. And I would say, like in middle school, it started to change for me. I wanted to be more on the business side of things, the production side of things. And like I stated earlier, my mentor, which is my cousin, my family, he took me under the wing. Derek Sanders of On the Rocks Entertainment. He took me under the wing because he knew that was something I wanted to do. And just growing up in the Bronx and being around the different things that I was around growing up, wasn't easy. So I was one of those kids where I knew what I wanted to do, but I had the wrong people around me. You know what I mean? So he took me under the wing because he knew this is what I wanted to do, and I would say that it saved my life. It saved me from doing some of the things that my peers did. You know what I mean? Because he would always take me after school. I'm out in the streets in New York promoting parties as a kid that I can't even get into. You know what I mean? He was literally, he knew, if this is what you want to do, cool. Well, I'm doing it. And I was fortunate enough to have someone that was close to me like that to be able to say, all right, cool, this is what you truly want to do. I'm going to help you. And, that changed my life. And I started dedicating myself to learning everything about the business and working with artists and different things like that. And in high school, I was doing concerts and leaving shows and going to school the next morning and giving my teachers concert tickets to get for being late and different things like that. It was crazy. It was crazy. I look back on it and it's like, damn, you know what I mean? I used to be in school and people used to be like, yo, you just came from where? You know what I mean? And it was just crazy. It was crazy. It was a crazy time, but it was definitely something that helped just mold me into the man I am today.
You may get asked this question a lot. I don't know, but what's your most? I'll put it to you this way: what party or what event was it that you were a part of in the early stages that you felt, yeah, I made it, like, yo, I'm here, like in the beginning? Was there any certain event that, you know what I'm saying, that your chest started poking out, you were like, yeah, I'm that dude right now?
I'm that dude right now. All the girls is calling me. Let's 2007 or 2006 actually.
Okay.
Neo. We had a show with Neo, and that was the first big concert that I ever promoted. And I remember selling tickets and being in school and selling tickets to a concert and getting in trouble by my counselors and the different things like that. Like, you can't do this here. You know what I mean? So we had a show with Neo in the Bronx at the Paradise, and it was like Remy Ma on that show. The whole Light Feet thing was popping, and the dancing in New York, the Harlem dancers. So we had like the little mamas and stuff like that on the bill as well. And I remember being at that show and being backstage and just being proud to just be a part of something that was this big, and to see thousands of people in a building and just be behind the scenes and know that I had a hand to make this happen, and that that's when I truly knew that this was my gift. You know what I mean? And it was more than, it was one of those things where seeing people come and have a good time. You know, and that's what I fell in love with. You know, just being able to get people experiences to last a lifetime, and that was the moment that I knew this is what I want to do for my life.
Mm, dope, dope, dope. I love that. I love that, man. Um, what has so for such a cutthroat industry? What's been the motivation for you to stay in it?
The motivation is the love. I tell people don't do anything, don't do anything if you don't love it. And
Yeah,
it's a lot of industries, that's cutthroat. No matter what you in, you could be in
it's true.
finance, you could be in the medical field, you could be in the in you know you could be a lawyer, you could be a cop. No matter what you are, it's a lot of things that come with that, and a lot of obstacles and a lot of people that's going to try to deter you from whatever you want to do. Um,
Definitely.
so you got to love what you do. I just think that's just the really the way to sum it up. If you don't love what you do, you ain't gonna stick with it, and you know what I
It's true.
mean. So you just gotta love what you do.
This is true. I can definitely relate. I'm in several industries. I'm in the fitness industry. I'm also in the entertainment industry, and I love what I do. Right? I love the art. I love serving the people. Right? I love being on stage. I love helping people. Um, but many times the business tends to ruin it. Like it tends to jade the art, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll hear so many uh, artists say, "Yo, they love what they love what they do, but they're always complaining about politics or the label,
A
or
lot of
they're
that.
trying to get out of their deal, or the janky promoters, or
A lot of that. A lot of
yeah,
that. A lot of that. One of my things was I used to just be so eager to work. That's why, that's how I went through a lot of the things that I went through when it come up. I was so eager to work, and people would hit me up, and I would work with just about anybody. If you we sat down and we had a conversation, and you kind of was on the same page as me, I'll work with you. You know what I mean? And I had to learn the hard way. You can't work with everyone. You know what I mean? Not everyone
mm,
has the same work ethic. Not everyone has the same goals, same plan, and so you
yeah,
have to be very, very careful about who you decide to work with and pray on it. I don't know what a lot of folks believe in, but I believe that in most situations you gotta let it sit, pray on it, think about it, discuss it with your spouse, your family. It's a lot of things because the headache is not worth it. You know what I mean? And the
yeah,
stress is not worth it. So I used to just be so eager to be in a room and connect with certain people and different things like that. And I had to take a step back from falling on my face a few times. You know what I mean? Falling on my face a few times and working with the wrong people and losing a lot of money. And I got the right mindset, but they're on a different path than I am. So that's one of the things that you want to be just. And in the industry, you want to be careful about who you work with. You really want to take your time and not just jump into something because
fact,
your reputation is everything. So you
yeah,
associate with the wrong folks, and that kind of ruins you and destroys your brand at the same time.
yeah,
You have
definitely.
a lot of patience, man.
That P word right there. Yeah. Who can relate in the chat? Have you ever, or do you currently work with somebody who just presses your patience, man, or just ruins, or I can't say ruins, who attempts to ruin your day or tarnish your brand in any industry? Can anybody relate? Just a little curious because yeah, man, as you said, it's everywhere, man. And again, people from the outside, many times people they want what they can't have,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know they don't know behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
what really goes on a day to day. They may just see a show and they're like, "Oh, that show is awesome," and they don't know like backstage you're about to punch dude in the mouth, like y'all was getting into it,
It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's a lot that goes into it. Just with dealing with the artist, and the thing about me is I've been I'm on both sides of the field. So I work directly in artist management and tour management, and then I'm a promoter as well. So when I when I started to do the other side of the business and work directly with the artists and go into these venues and be dealing with other promoters, I'm like, listen, dude, like, this is what I do. This is not how this should be done. You know what I mean? So, but just trying to have that understanding. You know what I mean? And but it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. Just with planning and licenses and insurances and the right space and the right ticket price and the marketing and the promotion. It's a lot of hands that go into putting a real production together. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot of work, but the reward is so great.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, definitely. It's very motivating to to endure and to go through you know struggles and such, but to see it pay off. It's like, yeah, man, this was stressful, but it was worth it,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that goes back to what you said earlier, where you have to love what you do. And you said a key phrase in the beginning. You said that you said that it chose you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's I don't hear that a lot, but that's dope because I've seen so many people kind of just fall into a certain career, or they just kind of followed somebody, or they went for the money,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or
Motivation.
they, yeah, or they, because I've spoken to so many people where they're in their careers and they've been doing the same career for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and they can't stand their job. They
Mm-hmm.
they don't love it, and they didn't get into it for the love. They got into it for other reasons, man. But I feel when you're walking in your purpose, right, and you're in accordance with doing what you love, there's a certain energy that people can feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like folks have no idea. There'll be certain days where I'm stressed. Certain days where I want to quit. I'm just not in the mood. I am over it. I am over people. But it's like God knows. I mean, He knows for sure. But on those certain days where it's tough, where I'm struggling, that'll be the day that somebody will text me or somebody will walk up to me and say, "You changed my life." Or I was battling cancer, or I was in the hospital, and you're the first person that I came to. You're the first gym class that I took. You're the first podcast that I listened to, or just whatever. And it's in those moments are that you are reminded
Mm-hmm.
that this is what you are called to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Those moments, man. Those moments. We cherish them. We cherish them. And it's just I think I think that and I'm not trying to be preachy, but I think that God just uses people to in those moments to give you
Yeah.
those messages. There's moments where you want to quit. There's moments where you want to give up, and no matter what you in, and it could be a total stranger. You know what I mean? And I had my days. You know what I mean? Especially since the pandemic, I think we all have our faith and our patience and our courage have been tested.
Oh yeah.
In this time, and do you get those messages from people when you're feeling like, damn, I don't know if I wanna, you know what I mean, if I could do this, and you get those messages from people, and they're like, yo, they send you a picture, right? This lady, she sent me a picture. Wow, I found you on Facebook. Blah, 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 blah. Like I came to this show. I come to your shows. I can't wait till this pandemic is over, so we can or things kind of seem to open back up again. I love going to your events. I love supporting you. So it's just to get those kind of messages and people that support you, and they can not even like the artists. They can not even really care for what you're bringing, but just to know that I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna have a good time, and giving people that experience of having a good time. It's just you see those pictures on your timeline. I follow people that support me, and just to see, before what's the term that everyone's been using? When outside was open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just to see that people have those memories from my vision, from something that I created, from something that I curated and I put together, and just to get those messages from people like, yo, I'm supporting you. I love everything that you're doing. Just to get those, just to get that means a lot, especially in those moments where you feel like you want to give up or the time is tough.
Yeah. Yeah, they come at the right time, man, right?
Mm-hmm.
They come at the right time. So where are you now? What area are you in?
North Carolina, Charlotte area.
North Carolina. So I feel that every state is different. Shoot, every city is different right now, like in this pandemic. So how's the scene over there? Are things still on like lockdown, or are things pretty much open? How is it over there?
It's curfew. So what the mayor has done, he's put in a 10 p.m. curfew. So far as like nightlife, that's pretty much scratch. But venues are doing like day events and different things like that, and restaurants,
like day parties and stuff.
Day parties and day events and different things like that.
Okay.
I've been seeing going on with some of my colleagues, but everything it's as far as like concerts or anything like that and large capacities, that's pretty much been it's pretty much not been happening. In the summertime, there were the outside parking lot concerts and different things like that.
Okay.
Able to move around a little bit, but once the just the season changed and indoor, you can't do it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's pretty much a curfew. A lot of restrictions here still.
Here in Florida, I don't want to be out like that too much, but those in Florida, is there a curfew? I don't even know. I don't even know, because I'll be out, not really clubs and such, but I'll go out to restaurants and whatever, and I don't feel like there's any curfew or any restrictions, because down here in South Florida, people are out. Like the clubs are open.
I don't think it is one, because I've known people that's been going to Florida and having a good time. And
Miami closes at midnight. So midnight. Okay. Midnight.
The Super Bowl was just there. I know them venues was closed at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, that was in Tampa. That was, how far is Tampa from here? Maybe like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours, or 2.5, 3 hours, depending on how you drive. I think I can make them 2.5 when I do it. But
yeah, you drive crazy. Yeah, I don't think they could have had restrictions for the Super. I know they weren't at full capacity though.
I'm talking about like the parties, like the.
But the parties, I don't know.
The venue, the stadium look jam packed. I mean,
they said they could only have the stadium fit 60,000 or something like that.
It looked like they had 62,000 in there. That's how it looked. Look, like they had 62,000 in there. I'm telling you, I was like, "Where's the social distancing?" And then I know 50 had a party. 50 had a party out there, and because I saw something, the mayor stated something. like, the party was jam packed and it's gonna cost him more than 50 cents or something like that. But so
Yeah, I feel every state is different. I feel like Georgia, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I felt like Georgia was like what pandemic?
that's exactly what's going on.
They was like, let's
That's
go.
that's exactly what's going on out there. And I've before the pandemic, I've done a lot of concerts and I've done a lot of business in Georgia, and I have a lot of friends out there, and I have people that hit me up almost every week, like, yo, let's do this. I'm doing this. And I'm like, and I want to stay away from stuff. Like, if it's not safe,
Yeah,
I'm not just about chasing the dollar, chasing the check. And of course, we all gotta live. We all gotta provide for our families. But if it doesn't fit right in my spirit, it doesn't look good for my brand, I'm not gonna do it. So I just think that the way things are going is just, you know, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? The numbers are still going up. People are, you know, getting sick. A lot of people are losing their lives and things like that. But they don't
yeah,
care. They do not care. They don't care in Georgia. And I know people that's going from New York, traveling all over just to go to ATL to turn up. You know what I mean? Turn up to the party and have a good time. But it's not worth it.
nah, man. Like I'll go out to eat. I don't mind that, but I can't fix myself to go in a club right now.
It doesn't feel.
Like,
It doesn't feel right. It
no,
doesn't
it
feel right.
doesn't. Like it feels selfish. I don't know.
I've had opportunities where and to make good money, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't put my supporters at risk like that. I can't put myself, my family in risk like that. I do plan on moving forward some things. Hopefully this spring. Social distancing events and different things like that. So working on some stuff and talks about things of that sort. But I have 12 shows that or more that needed to that was stopped during this pandemic. So I'm still just trying to figure that out. But everything is about timing. You know what I mean? Everything is about timing, and I feel like people need to understand that. Take this time to focus on your health, focus on things that you want to do. Take advantage of this time. I see people out partying, and I'm not knocking nobody for what they do, but take the time out because we got a lot more time on our hands
Hmm.
to educate yourself on something. Maybe start that business that you wanted to start.
There
Maybe
we go.
you know what I mean. Maybe read that book that you wanted to read. Do something productive in that life. Spend more time with your family. Take advantage of this because we always got excuses. You know what I mean? A lot of
Hmm.
people always got excuses. We busy with work. We're busy with this. The kids, the fam, the wife, whatever. And you got time now. You know what I mean? You got time to dedicate some time to do that goal or that dream to pursue, or what. Even if you're already in the field that you want to do, to educate yourself more and figure something out, than just to go to the club and turn up. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely. Yes, Giselle. Curbside. Let me tell you, curbside service. They got me spoiled because
Yeah,
I
that just
think
feel
that
good.
was the best ideas ever.
Listen, I'm like, this thing ever be over? Please don't get rid of the curbside, okay?
Right?
It feels good to just pull up and be like, yeah, can you come outside and bring that to me? You know,
Yes.
but I be getting some snotty curbside service, man. Like I don't be feeling like they want to do it. Like I
That's how I
went
feel too. I
to
feel bad sometimes because I'm in the car,
I feel
pull
like they
up,
think
I'm just chilling.
it's like you late. I think they be thinking like you lazy. You lazy. You know what I mean? I went to Bath and Body Works a few weeks ago and I ordered something and well, I ordered it online, of course, first, and I did the curbside and I got there and I pulled up and I was like, all right, cool. I call the store. I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up. She's like, well, slot in. I tell her. The lady came outside. She did not want to look at me. She like just kind of like tossed me the bag. I was like,
Damn.
have a good day. She just looked back at me, kept going. It was like real snotty. And I was like, I just felt like she didn't want to give me the the curbside experience. But ordering food and everything it's been great. Curbside for sure.
Yeah, man. I think I would say some of the employees may feel like we're just being lazy. But sometimes I have an excuse. Sometimes I have a 3-year-old in the back.
Exactly.
And safety. I don't want to have to go into the place and use the hand sanitizer. So
And
I
it's
think when you see the kid in the back, they're like, oh, okay.
see that day I had 2 car seats in the back, but I had no kids in the back. So you probably could have got your lazy butt out the car. But that's another thing too. The parking lot or the location was jam packed. So because I'm the kind of person that if I order online and I go to the store and I do the pickup. Once I get in the store, I'm gonna buy something. I'm gonna buy something else. I'm gonna see something else in that store that
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, we need. So I'm gonna buy something else. So doing the curbside is like, all right, it's to avoid going in the store too at the same time.
Yeah.
But it definitely,
Losing money too.
huh?
They're probably losing money.
Mhm.
Because when you go to certain stores for like that one item, and then you start walking through the aisles like, oh yeah, I needed this. Oh yeah, and then you know,
Man, that's like you go to Walmart. That's like you go to Walmart. You go to Walmart. You say you're going to Walmart for one thing or Target or something like that. You never walk out of there with one thing, especially if you got the family with you. You got the kids, you got the wife, whoever with you. You're not walking out of there spending $20. You always it's an easy $100 plus trip to Walmart. Especially if me and wifey go, and the kids on top of that, it's over. It's over. So, that curbside businesses are probably losing. I'm pretty sure they're losing money just off of people sitting in their car and going online and ordering specifically what they want and having it brought outside to them. Yeah.
yeah, be the times we are in. So on that same subject, what's something in this pandemic that you had to, or should I say, how have you had to tweak your business in this pandemic? Are you just chilling right now, laying low, or did it push you to get into like some online businesses, or how are you able to like shift during this
Um.
whole
As
year?
far as like live events, we've put everything on hold. Because the safety of our supporters come first. And the safety of employees and everyone comes first. So all of our live events have been on hold, and sad to say it's going on a year that everything has
Yeah.
been on hold as far as live events. Um, we were gonna do some outdoor concerts this past summer, past summer and fall, but pump the brakes on that just to try to get figure everything out, get the safety measures and everything figured out. So hopefully this summer we're able to put on some outdoor concerts. But as far as just doing live shows, everything has been on hold with that. And I've been able to tap into the podcast space as
Hmm.
well to continue to. That's something I always wanted to do too. Like so, I'm not just up here talking. That's something I always wanted to do and didn't have the time to do it. So tapped into the podcast space and just continue to build my relationships and keep my clients and work with my clients on different things. Um, and virtual concerts is something that
That's what I was gonna say.
I've been exploring the virtual concert side of things, and I'm currently in talks with this venue out in Chicago to do some virtual concerts there. Um, so that's a thing. Just to keep people entertained as well and get people that from home. I'm in talks with Raheem Devon. We should be putting up something soon for a virtual concert with him. But yeah, I've definitely been tapped into the podcast space. Me and my fiance, we started our own online beauty supply store, beauty and cosmetic store, over 4,000 products, and it's all known. It's all top brand products that the ladies and the fellas use, and the grooming and all of that. We got all of that, the barber stuff, the beauty supply stuff. We got it all.
Oh, nice.
So we started that together. We started that business together in the midst of the pandemic as well. But as far as live shows, we put everything on hold, but we should definitely be doing something in the early spring, early summer, the latest.
Nice. I've seen the virtual concerts, and I always wondered um, if, like, are people willing to pay for these virtual concerts, and how much are they willing to pay? Because if you think of like a live concert, people will pay $100, $400, or more for a live event.
Mm-hmm.
For virtual, where you're just sitting in your crib and you on your laptop, how much are people willing to pay to see like their favorite artist?
And then the thing of streaming too as well. So a lot of these sites have a lot of stuff that's locked, but people always typically find a way to like hack things and different things like that and get stuff. And once it's uploaded to the internet, it's over. You know what I mean? So pretty much anything. That's one thing they haven't figured out with the internet yet. Pretty much anything that's streamed, people will find a way to get it. So that is a space. It's one of those things where like even with Raheem Devon, that the ticket price. So, it's like a suggested ticket price. As I said, the suggested ticket price is like $15, but you're able to pay whatever you can afford. So it's been situations like that. A friend of mine, Frankie J, did the similar thing with his show as well. And I think, and I've been in talk with a lot of artists about doing it. A lot of them don't want to do it. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where it's hard, just as an entertainer to not physically be in front of your audience and your fans to entertain. But it's all new. It's new to everyone. We all are trying stuff out to see what works and what doesn't work. But like I had Raheem Devon on my podcast last week, and he performed 2 songs just because it was 400 something people watching. He performed 2 songs just because he missed being on stage. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think the virtual concert thing, everyone's just still trying to figure it out, but it's hard. It's just hard to kind of gauge it. I've seen some folks get support on it and some haven't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen some artists have like packages where you pay a price and you get access to the concert, and you also get
meet them virtually and stuff like that.
Yeah, you meet them virtually, and then they might send you like a shirt in the mail or something, or whatever. So you do have to be creative. You gotta figure it out, because what if? Hopefully not, but what if we in this for the next 2, 3, 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
And
this is a norm. So you have to adjust. And I think you use the power of technology. You know what I mean? So I've tapped into a few and been entertained by it. I was speaking with Mario earlier, another client of mine. He has a virtual concert on Valentine's Day, and the tickets has been really good. The support has been really good on that. But some people are doing like pre-recorded. Some folks are doing live. But I think we're figuring it out. I was talking to an app developer as well.
Okay.
And another friend of mine, and he's working out something to where you can see the fans as well. So they can see you and you can see the fans.
Oh, wow.
So working out something like that, you can see some of the fans. You can be able to, you know what I mean, and have that engagement even more. So,
In the comments, would you pay money for a virtual concert? And if so, who would you like to see? Who would you pay money to see virtually? Who would get your attention in any genre of music? Just curious. Who's your artist? Would you pay for a virtual concert? What artist would you pay to see? Yeah, this is a different time, man. But we are hustlers, right? We don't quit.
You don't quit, man. We don't quit.
We keep pushing in the midst, man. So on the same subject, Daddy Yankee. Daddy Yankee. That's what one person put. So, um, just give a rundown of just some names of some artists that you have dealt with.
Okay. I've worked with Nicki Minaj. I've worked with Alicia Keys. I've worked with Beyonce, Jay Z, Rihanna. I did a lot of dates on Lil Wayne's dedication tour with Ray Smothered. I worked dates on a lot of shows with Meek Mill on the Motivation tour. Um,
Nice.
Shout to Rick Ross. I've done a lot of business with Rick Ross. Shout to Bel Air family.
Right there.
Um, had to plug that in there one time. It was a perfect moment since I mentioned Ross. But yeah, I've worked with the whole MMG family. I've worked. I did a lot of work on the Millennium Tour, 2019. I've worked with Ty LaBelle. I've worked with Diana Ross.
Uh,
Those were two. Those were two. I was a groupie with New Edition.
huh.
And just doing this for a while, you don't get, you get excited sometimes when you work with some people, and I'm always happy to work with the artists I work with, but kind of that fan mode, it was like pandemonium for me.
Hmm.
Working with New Edition, that was because they're one of my favorite groups. Yeah, those are some of the folks I worked with.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, in the Latin space, I worked with Daddy Yankee. I want to put that out there. I worked with Aventura. Um,
oh,
you know what I mean? So I worked with them as well.
there we go. Yeah, see, that's what we're talking about is that the screaming fans, just the excitement, like in the arenas, that how do you recreate that,
Hard,
on the virtual stage?
hard. It's like seeing the NBA, right? And when they first came back and they had the virtual fans and different things like that, and
Yeah.
people in the seats. It's weird, but and I think they did do some sound effects too. I think they had like some audio mics and stuff like that. People were able to connect it, do mic access. But it's just not the same. But we gotta roll with the punches and see how things work.
Because me as a trainer, I teach classes in the gym, and pre-COVID, I'm teaching classes for 50 people, for 80 people, and you feel the energy in that room where it feels like a club, like that music's blasting and we doing our moves and we squatting, lunching, whatever, and
Getting
just
it in. They're getting it
yeah.
in.
And now, if I get 20 people in class, I'm like, yo, class is packed. And 2 years ago, 20 people was like, yo, where's everybody at?
Mm-hmm.
So very, very different. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know. We don't know when things will go back to normal, if normal will ever be
If that
back.
would be our normal again.
The word normal is
I think when it comes to creatives,
mhm.
entertainers, um, folks like us and like myself and yourself, we always figure something out.
Yeah.
And we always figure out a way to connect people. We 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 this is what we live for. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And this is our purpose, to connecting people and entertaining people and motivating people and spreading love and in the people that work in that space. I think we always, even during the pandemic, a lot of folks are just trying things out and figuring things out and seeing what space. I think that we're always going to be able to, no matter what the future holds, we're always going to be able to um, give something and be able
Mm.
to still spread what we do.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think look at this. Even people in the medical field, we've, as a whole, have taken those folks for granted. You know what I mean? And not giving them the respect and the honor that they deserve. The first responders, if we want to say as a whole.
Yeah.
And this pandemic, that's when they've been getting that. You know what I mean? That's when they've been getting the praise and different things like that. So, you know, all the first responders out there, much love to you, because, you know, look at the role that they play in the world. You know what I mean? And so we all have this role that we play. People still want to be entertained, regardless of what. People want to still be able to find that escape, and people still want to laugh. That is a mental health thing. You know what I mean? Not to be able to laugh, not to be able to smile, not to be able to get that joy, not to be able to sing that song and let it, you know, uplift your spirit. Not to be able to do that, I think the world would be in complete chaos. So as creators, we always are gonna figure something out. You know what I mean? To give the people what they want.
Yeah, definitely. So we reached the segment of the show. I've been doing this with most of my guests, where I will say a color. Those who always watch the podcast.
It's a game?
Yes, a game. So I'll say a color, and you'll just say what comes to mind. You know, when you hear that color. It could be a word, it could be a phrase, it could be a story, anything. So, ready?
All right, cool. I hope I'm good at this.
There is no right or wrong answer. It's just
Okay.
mine, you know, at the time. So, all right, let's start it off like this. First color is red.
Red. Bright lights.
Okay. Next color is gold.
Gold. Chains.
Okay.
Watches.
Brown.
Brown. Comes to mind. Comes to mind for brown. I don't have anything on that one. I'm stuck.
No, you never stuck. Never stuck. Anything that comes to mind.
The beef from Broccoli Thames. I'm from New York. I'm sorry. I need me a pair of those. A fresh pair of those. You got me.
Green.
Green. Money.
All right. Silver.
Silver. The silverware in my kitchen.
Okay. Okay. We got two more. Actually, three more. White.
White. Fresh white tea. It's not like a fresh white tea. You can throw that on with anything.
Goes with everything. Black.
Black. My favorite color.
There we go. And the final color. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I always say this color for last. It's not my favorite color, but lately it's just a vibe that I've been on with this color. So you guys already know. Don't ruin it in the chat. Last color is purple.
Purple. Purple rain. Prince.
Prince. Boom.
What do you normally get for that one?
Purple.
Get for purple.
All different things. Some people will say royalty, kings and queens. Some will say their favorite color. Some will say it reminds them of death. I have even heard that where their aunt died or somebody passed away, and it reminds them, that color reminds them of their...
Definitely represents royalty to me too.
Yeah, that's what I would say, royalty. Royalty, definitely, definitely. Boom, boom, boom. I like that. I like that. I like that. So shout out to the people. If people would like to reach you, if they would like to follow you, if they would like to see all the businesses that you have your hands in, how can people reach you?
All right, Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. That is the most effective way to contact me. It's at FloWay, so it's FLOWAY, the same way that's spelled up there on the screen. Um, my website is onewayent.net. I also have some merch up there, so if you want to support, we got the Catch a Vibe hoodies, Catch a Vibe t-shirts up there as well. So it's onewayent.net. That's my company website. Beautiful. I mentioned earlier the beauty online beauty supply store that me and my fiance have. Over 4,000 products, ladies and gentlemen, at affordable prices. It's beautiful. So it's YOUTIFUL beautysupply.net. Facebook, One Way Entertainment. Yeah, you got me.
All right, there it is. There it is. And if you're totally lost, all right, just go the simple way, man. FloWay, FLOWAY,
You can
right?
Google me. You may find a few things on Google. This is you can Google me there. But
Good, good.
yeah, I'm there. I'm there. I'm in the social world for sure.
You can Google. Yeah, yeah, definitely, 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 man. Bro, I do appreciate your time, man. Is there anything you would like to leave the audience with? It can be a word, it can be a phrase, it can be a quote, it can be a story, anything that you feel led to share with the audience.
Never give up. And thank you for having me as well, Blaze. Never give up. You know what I mean? And I know that a lot of folks say it, and it's always easier said than done. Just never give up. Um, and that's just on family, love, your career, you know, your children. Just never give up. Um, you're only a failure if you stop trying. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So, like I said earlier, no matter how many times you may fall, and of course, this pandemic has tested us over and over again, and it's still testing us. And there's a lot of folks that are suffering financially. There's a lot of folks that are suffering with depression. There's a lot of folks that are, feel like they hit rock bottom and they can't get up. You know what I mean? So just never give up. Stay safe. Stay prayed up, and you know what I mean. Just if you live in another day, you got another chance. You know what I mean? To get back up and to get back on your feet. And like I said earlier, find something that you want to do. I wouldn't say find something that you want to do. What you want to always do, take time out to dedicate to that, and
mm.
put whatever that energy that you feel in that space that you feel in, put all that energy into that one thing, and watch you see it grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and go for it. I love that. I love that. If you were inspired, if you love tonight's episode, if you love the whole movement, and you're scratching your head like, man, I love what Blaze is doing. I love tonight's guest. How do I get involved? I got you. Here's how you can get involved. You can become a monthly contributor, right? You can go to anchor.fm/blaze the line/support. It's right there on the screen. All right. And there are 3 levels. All right. 99 cents a month, 4.99 a month, or $9.99 a month. All right. And there are giveaways. You get access to special broadcasts, special events on how to walk in your purpose, how to rock out with your personality. You get cool gear like the Blaze the Line podcast tees. You
Fire.
dig wristbands and so much more, man. So if you like what you saw, you like what you heard, um, show love. You did. Yeah, man. FloWay, man. King, I want to say thank you so much, man, for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you have a lot going on. I see your shows. When is your podcast? That's what I wanted to ask you.
Thank you, thank you. Wednesdays. We typically do Wednesdays. Sometimes we do Thursdays as well, and it's at 8 p.m. on Instagram Live. We also air on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as well. But if you want to see the live show, it's always on Instagram, 8 p.m. Wednesday night. We got you.
There we go.
Tomorrow night I got Luke Nasty, DJ Luke Nasty from North Carolina as well. DJ Luke Nasty. I got him on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. What's tomorrow, the 10th? Yep, Wednesday, tomorrow night.
So make sure you follow FloWay and check him out tomorrow night on his podcast. All right, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Right, this is how we share the love. How each one teach one. Right, we keep pushing, keep on promoting, and just man, it's really about love at the end of the day, man. We can be in the same industry and build a bridge, man. You know what I mean? Help each other. So much to go around. Like, we don't need to tear somebody down for you to get ahead.
Facts. A lot of times we don't support each other and our culture. You know what I mean? We don't support each other enough. You know what I mean? And we don't give people their flowers. We don't give people their respect. You know,
Until it's too late.
I mean? Until it's too late. So, you know, you go further together than, you know what I mean? United we stand. You know what I mean? And you know, we fall when we're together. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just about supporting each other, and y'all make sure y'all continue to support Blaze as well. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me, man. Salute.
Man, no problem. Thank you all for rocking out with us tonight. You were listening to the Blazethelion Podcast. As your host, Blaze. They go colors in the chat. I'm just seeing this now. Yes, I did get it right. 99 cents. So the joke is, a couple weeks ago, I kept saying $99 a month. And the people were like, what? So, yes, I got it right. In writing and put a banner. 99 cents. Anyway, thank you all for listening and rocking out with us at the Blazethelion Podcast. FloWay again, man. Thank you so much for your time, for your energy, for your presence. I know people were blessed by it. They were educated. You shine light on your industries and just a little bit about you. And man, I wish you the best. And don't be a stranger, man. You know, let's build, let's stay in touch, and let's change this world together. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, my brother. Blessings. Will do, man. Be safe, man. Everybody make sure y'all mask up. Make sure y'all stay safe out there.
Yes. Be safe. Have fun, but stay safe as well. Yeah, man. Straight like that. Bless up. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.